Welcome to Vibrant Numerals. In this video, I'm going to give you a vibrational review of Doechii's song, Anxiety. I'm Elizabeth, and I help spiritual practitioners and number enthusiasts apply numerology to their practice and to their everyday life. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and enjoy. So it's been really fun to be able to watch the evolution of Doechii's song Anxiety and her evolution as an artist as well. But for Anxiety in particular, seeing how the numerical vibrations of the song and what it's exuding has stayed the same while she is evolving and the song evolves and the visuals we get from the song also evolve. So what we have to start with is just the name of the song itself, Anxiety. And we always have to remember that it's our life path number. So it's that number, that vibration, that set of vibrations that are woven together from the universe and from our generations and our ancestors and the place that we are born. To make us who we are. So it's the life path number, but it's also the name. And just like with an intention, a name of a song or a product or a service that we're offering, a title of a book, any of that is a vibration and it's going to exude a vibration that's really important for us to be aware of. So anxiety actually resonates at this numerical vibration of 98. And if you've seen any of my other videos recently, this vibration of 98 is coming up a lot. And so Doechii's song Anxiety is part of this 98 tapestry that's being woven. So 98 really is focusing in on bringing awareness or shining a light on these infinitely cycling energies. So any of these cycles, any of these habits, any of these systems or things that we've been doing on repeat over and over again, and putting a light on them so that we can really examine them to see, do these really make sense anymore or not. And in the most recent video that goes with anxiety, so the most recent music video of anxiety, it's a cycle. The whole video is a cycle, and it's displaying these cycles and these ways that we do things that may or may not make sense and may or may not be comfortable every time that you experience them. And it's recognizing these infinitely cycling energies and then getting to a point where you're able to end, because 9 is that ending of a cycle, ending these cycles that are no longer serving you or that need to be shift or changed so that a new cycle can come in. And once we do both of those steps, then we get to this 17, where it's not until we get to the 17. So we have to look at these infinitely cycling energies, plus end the ones that are not serving us or that are no longer needed. And then we can get to the 7 of action. So up to this point, we haven't been able to take action. But once we get to the 17, now we're able to take action because we found the pocket of flow. And so even with the craziness of the cycles that are going on, and you can see this happening in the music video, even with the craziness of the cycles, there's a point where you end up being able to get into the flow and then take action to actually break the cycle, or what you think is breaking the cycle. And once you take that action, then new energy comes in. And so then there's a new way of creating and experiencing this infinitely cycling energy. So this song, Anxiety, and the way it makes us feel and the visuals that are coming with it are adding these beautiful threads to this tapestry that's being woven for 98, and this story that's being told right now in this time around 98. So the other things that we have to look at is Doechii's name also, because Doechii is the one that is singing this song and is the creator of this song. She has birthed this song. Um, her energy and her vibration is in there very much. And usually, when it's these two names next to each other, they're vibrating together very closely. And so, Doechii's name resonates at a 53, which is also an 8. And so that's why when we think of or hear Doechii's Anxiety and we relate the way that the song feels and how we hear it and how we experience it visually, we're getting both of these 8s. So it's putting a big, huge spotlight on this infinitely cycling energy. It's these energies that are infinitely cycling around. And with Doechii's name, it's needing to make some growth of that 3 so change can happen, so you can tap into these infinitely cycling energies or at least be aware of them. And so then when we put these together, so when we have the 98 of the name of the song Anxiety with Doechii's name, that's 53, we get 151. And this is an interesting number because these are what I like to call portal numbers. So when you have the same number on both sides, where here we have the 1 on both sides, it creates like this moving energy where it's moving like a whirlpool because those ones are wanting to come together. Um, like magnets that it wants to come together. And so that pole is creating this whirlpool that is bringing forth the 5, bringing forth this 5 of change. So when these two names and the vibration of them come together, we have again this feeling of a cycle of spinning around, and it's forcing through this change. And with that, then comes the 7 again, where now we're taking this action and flow. And so it's highlighting these cycling energies, these infinitely cycling energies, and pushing you to action. It makes you feel like you need to take action, but you can't take action until you are in the flow. So until you are aware and you're flowing with the cycles, even if they're not ones that you want, you have to understand the flow of it before you can take action in it to try and break it. So here I wanted to give you a little bit of an example of what I'm experiencing with these vibrations, where like you definitely feel, especially in music and especially with the visuals related to the music, you're feeling all of these vibrations. So I kind of want to bring in the numerology for you to connect with what you feel and what you see with this song as well. And so this is for the refrain. So these are just the lyrics of the refrain. And for each one of these lines, we have all of these words are adding up to this first set of numbers. And so we're getting, what happens is we get these different weavings of vibration. So what is basically happening is like each one of these lyric lines is kind of like a piece of yarn that has multiple threads in it, and it's all woven together. And then you're taking all of those multiple threads and rolling them together, or like crocheting them or knitting them together or weaving them together or sewing them together and now they're interacting with each other even though they're still standalone vibrations. And so we get this layering, and this is how this tapestry of vibration is being developed. And then you can add in the vibrations of the visuals that you're getting as well. And this is where you're getting these intuitive vibrational hits from the song. So where you have, like, I know for this song, I definitely, whether it's just listening to the song or also looking at the video, definitely could feel and experience what it was like to have anxiety. And it's this tapestry of vibration that is giving you that experience. And that's what storytelling is. And creators of music and movies, that's what they're doing. They're weaving these vibrations together to create this story tapestry. And there's many ancient people that's what they would do. Your timeline was on your tapestry or in your artwork, is where you would see it. And that's what's happening here as well in the music. It's kind of exciting. And so then each one of these lines is now adding up to a numerical vibration. And so what I want you to see here is that we're getting several of these eights. So we're still getting that infinitely cycling energy coming in, still making you aware of them. And it's really significant that you have two right here at the beginning. So it's making you aware of these infinitely cycling energies. And then it's like, is the foundation good or is it not? That's the 4. Now it's like, what are these opposites? Can we bring them together or not? That's the 11 to 2. Then it's like, whoa, now here's new energy coming in. Now we're looking at our comfort zones. That's 6 of like, is this comfortable or not comfortable? And now you're back in this 8. So this is that back and forth kind of feeling and rolling through these cycles, to give you this feeling, this energy of this song and the vibration of this song. And we can look at this more in depth for many songs, and how this is also why certain lyrics stick with you. Like when you get a song in your head, it's usually a certain set of lyrics that you keep repeating. It's because that vibration is what actually has a message for you, is what you're supposed to be catching on to. And usually once you get the message, then you get the song out of your head. But all of these add together to 1401. And I want you to notice here, again, we have another one of these portal numbers, like these portal vibrations. So we again have the 1 on both sides that's trying to come together, and it's bringing forth this 40, where this 40 is examination of the foundations of like, what are you standing on? Are you standing on steady ground or not? Why or why not? And that's that 4, but it's being enhanced. It's being made even stronger by this 0, which is that divine energy that we have no control over. So we can feel a little bit out of control with these vibrations of foundation. And this comes together where it's coming together with a 6. So all these vibrations woven together essentially are testing and putting a light on your comfort zones. That's 6. Like, are you comfortable or are you uncomfortable? Should you be comfortable with this or should you not? And if you know the in-depths, or you've watched any of these in-depth analyses and reactions to this song, that's really what this song is telling you. It's like, are you really paying attention to what these cycles are around your life, and what's comfortable and what's not? And when you're shifted into an uncomfortable position, um, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? So this is really, really cool to be able to see how this numerical vibration is continuing to resonate and how this tapestry is being built. And this is just the refrain. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you would like me to do, if you'd like me to start doing some of these numerical vibration reactions and really looking at the numerology of any songs or movies or any videos. Just let me know what you think. Also, you can get the numerology calculation guide to start getting some of your own numerology. It's down in the description box below. So we looked at the refrain, but also the bridge. I didn't want to have to go through the whole thing because it would make the video super long. But I wanted to point out that the bridge is also taking us to this six, where so both the refrain and the bridge of this song are taking us to the six of examining your comfort zones, of like, what are your comfort zones, and really should you be comfortable with them or not? Are you comfortable or are you uncomfortable? Are you comfortable or are you uncomfortable in this cycling energy? So both the refrain and the bridge are exuding that feeling. Um, and so then when those are coming together, now we're getting to this 12. So when we are fully examining these comfort zones, and this is hopefully what like the song can help you do, it helps you to change your perspective. So if you're somebody that has had anxiety like I have, when I heard this song and saw the videos, and all of the time it was a video, and it it was one of those moments where it was like, oh, yeah, that is exactly what anxiety feels like, and somebody else understands, and I'm not alone. So it shifts your perspective. Um, and if you're somebody that hasn't had anxiety, then this can give you a taste or a little bit of understanding. So then maybe you can shift your perspective to have empathy for those. Because when you shift your perspective, that's this 12, you grow. That's the 3. So when you're able to shift your perspective, and shifting your perspective doesn't mean necessarily that you get rid of your previous perspective. It's like you're adding on to it. So it's like in now you have multiple perspectives that you can stand in to grow as a person and grow in vibration. And so then if we wanted to bring in Doechii's name, that 53, and the name of the song, Anxiety, at 98, now we're getting to this 10 of and a 1. So with this shift in perspective and examining these comfort zones and thinking about and looking at this infinitely cycling energies, now we're getting to bring in um, this new energy, and um, we have some of that new energy is this 0, this divine energy that we have no control over. But then the 1, we can get to choose how we want to use that energy and how we want it to flow. Another way that we can look at this 3205 is that 32 adds up to 5. So really this is it's not as strongly behaving like a portal vibration, but it is behaving as a portal vibration, because that 3 and that 2 are coming together to make that 5. And so we are getting this more of this portal, like whirlpool energy. And that's extra interesting because 55 is the vibration of the word karmic, and karma is one of those infinitely cycling energies that we get and are we get a spotlight on when we get that 8 energy coming in. The other thing I wanted to point out, especially with these 5s, is that I remember like seeing when Doechii was first putting out the song Anxiety, before it became more mainstream. She put I Am before the song began and before the video began, and I Am is also a 5. Um, and in 2023, there was a very strong vibration of I am, because that 23 was it was bringing up this I am, and then requiring us to examine who are we. And I think that some of that is embedded within this song as well, of like, really, you're not just looking at the cycles that are around you, and how it makes you comfortable or uncomfortable, but also those that are within you in your own life and in your own head. And so this is a wonderful display of that. This is a beautiful story tapestry that is displaying how anxiety feels in and around your body. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you like this type of video, and if there's any other songs or movies or videos you'd like me to react to in this way, and we'll do it some more. So thanks for joining me. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.